You are financially illiterate despite earning decent income, making terrible money decisions that keep you perpetually broke, spending impulsively on things you don't need with money you don't have, failing to save or invest systematically, avoiding learning about money because it feels overwhelming, and remaining trapped in paycheck to paycheck, living regardless of how much you earn, because you lack the financial intelligence that wealthy people possess. This financial ignorance is systematically destroying your future by ensuring you never build wealth regardless of income, destroying your freedom by keeping you dependent on employers, destroying your security by leaving you vulnerable to emergencies, destroying your relationships through money stress, destroying your opportunities by lacking capital for investments, and destroying your potential legacy by guaranteeing you remain financially average when financial intelligence could make you wealthy. Financial intelligence is not about earning more, but managing better what you already earn, not complex math, but simple principles applied consistently. Not get-rich-quick schemes, but systematic wealth building through proven strategies, and not something requiring finance degree, but learnable skills anyone can master. This audiobook teaches financial intelligence mastery through the psychology of money that reveals how emotions sabotage financial decisions. The principles of wealth building that show how rich people think differently about money. The practices of systematic saving and investing that create compound wealth. The strategies of debt elimination that free income for building assets. And the systems of financial discipline that make poverty mentality disappear permanently. Stop making terrible money decisions and start building financial intelligence. Stop living paycheck to paycheck and start creating systematic wealth. Financial intelligence creates lasting freedom. Money mastery builds compound wealth. Developed financial skills guarantee security, and systematic wealth building produces the prosperity that financial ignorance makes impossible. Beginning now. Chapter 1. You are financially illiterate. Recognize money ignorance destroying your future. You are fundamentally financially illiterate despite earning decent income, making consistently terrible money decisions that keep you perpetually broke, lacking even basic understanding of how money actually works, avoiding financial education because it feels overwhelming and complicated, and remaining trapped in destructive poverty mentality that systematically prevents any wealth building regardless of your income level. The financial illiteracy manifestations appear through specific recognizable patterns you can observe once you become honest about your actual financial behaviors. Impulsive spending on wants versus needs shows you buying things you don't need with money you don't have. No systematic saving or investing reveals you consuming every dollar you earn. Living paycheck to paycheck regardless of income means you're always broke despite earning more over time. Avoiding learning about money and finance appears as refusing to read books or take courses. Making emotional, not rational financial decisions shows feelings controlling your money choices. Lacking basic budgeting or planning means you have no idea where money goes monthly. Accumulating consumer debt steadily reveals you financing consumption with credit. Having no emergency fund for crises means any unexpected expense creates financial catastrophe. Failing to understand compound interest shows you don't grasp how wealth actually builds. Believing wealth is about earning, not managing, demonstrates fundamental misconception about money. Financial illiteracy guarantees poverty. Financial intelligence builds wealth. Learn money skills or remain broke forever. The financially literate versus illiterate comparison reveals fundamental differences in money management. Literate people make money work for them through systematic investing. Illiterate people work for money their entire lives without building assets. Literate people understand compound growth and time value of money. Illiterate people focus exclusively on immediate consumption. Literate people build appreciating assets systematically over decades. Illiterate people accumulate depreciating liabilities continuously. Literate people delay gratification strategically for future wealth. Illiterate people seek immediate pleasure, systematically destroying future financial security. Research by Thomas Stanley on millionaires demonstrates that most millionaires are financially literate, not necessarily high-income earners. That wealth comes primarily from managing money well, not earning lots of it. That financial education predicts wealth better than income level. That spending less than you earn is most fundamental principle of wealth building. And that systematic investing over decades creates wealth that high income with high spending cannot. The devastating cost of financial literacy accumulates relentlessly, including never building any wealth regardless of income level, remaining completely dependent on employment forever, severe vulnerability to financial emergencies, money stress systematically destroying relationships and health, missing valuable investment opportunities through ignorance, perpetual financial anxiety and insecurity, complete inability to retire comfortably, and passing poverty mentality to your children. Perpetuating cycle. Financial illiteracy guarantees poverty. Financial intelligence builds wealth. Learn money skills or remain broke forever. Recognition of your financial illiteracy requires brutally honest assessment through honestly assessing your actual financial knowledge, tracking carefully where money actually goes every month, calculating your true net worth objectively including all assets and debts, acknowledging your financial mistakes and destructive patterns, and understanding that financial illiteracy absolutely guarantees poverty regardless of income. You recognize financial illiteracy now. Next, you must understand money psychology. Chapter 2. Understand money psychology. The emotional forces sabotaging financial success. Money psychology reveals how emotions systematically sabotage rational financial decisions and keep you trapped in poverty despite good intentions and adequate income. The emotional money drivers that control your financial decisions include fear preventing you from investing in valuable opportunities, greed causing impulsive, risky decisions you later regret, shame making you avoid confronting financial reality honestly, pride driving spending to impress others you don't like, instant gratification choosing present pleasure over future wealth consistently, scarcity mindset believing money is limited resource, worthiness issues, feeling undeserving of wealth, and success, comparison spending to match others' lifestyles, stress spending for temporary emotional comfort, and avoidance systematically refusing to face financial problems. The psychology of spending demonstrates that emotional purchases provide only temporary relief, never addressing underlying issues. That retail therapy addresses emotional needs, not financial ones. That impulsive buying gets triggered by feelings, not logical analysis. That status spending seeks external validation from others. That comfort spending avoids dealing with difficult emotions. That boredom spending fills inner emptiness. That celebration spending rewards achievements. And that stress spending attempts coping with pressure. Emotions sabotage financial success. Rational thinking builds wealth. Master money psychology or stay broke. Research by Daniel Kahneman on behavioral economics demonstrates conclusively that humans are fundamentally not rational about money decisions. That emotions drive most financial choices despite believing we're logical. That loss aversion makes people irrationally risk-averse with potential gains. That framing effects dramatically change financial choices. That present bias consistently prioritizes now over later. That mental accounting creates irrational money behaviors. And that anchoring significantly affects price perceptions and spending patterns. The poverty versus wealth mindset reveals fundamental differences in money thinking. Poverty mindset sees money as scarce resource to spend before it disappears. Wealth mindset sees money as valuable tool to invest for growth. Poverty mindset focuses on earning more primarily to spend more on consumption. Wealth mindset focuses on managing better and investing systematically. Poverty mindset operates from fear and scarcity believing there's never enough. Wealth mindset operates from abundance and opportunity, seeing possibilities. Poverty mindset seeks quick consumption and immediate gratification. Wealth mindset builds patient compound wealth over decades through discipline. The money scripts inherited unconsciously from childhood include believing money is evil or corrupting influence, thinking rich people are greedy or just lucky, believing you have to work extremely hard for money, feeling there's never enough money available, thinking money doesn't really matter, feeling you don't deserve wealth or success, and examining then deliberately changing these limiting beliefs about money. Emotions sabotage financial success. Rational thinking builds wealth. Master money psychology or stay broke. You understand now that money psychology controls financial outcomes more than income level, that emotional decisions guarantee poverty, that rational systematic thinking builds wealth, that childhood money scripts sabotage adult success, and that mastering money psychology is prerequisite for financial intelligence and wealth building. You understand money psychology now. Next, you must master wealth formula. Chapter 3. Master the wealth formula. Spend less than you earn and invest the difference. The fundamental wealth formula is deceptively simple, yet powerfully effective when applied consistently. Spend less than you earn and systematically invest the difference for compound growth over decades. The wealth formula components include earning income through employment or business activities, spending less than total income always without exception, saving the difference automatically before spending temptation, investing those savings systematically for growth, allowing compound interest to work its magic over extended time, and repeating this process consistently for years and decades. The spending less principle requires tracking every single expense to understand spending patterns accurately, identifying and systematically eliminating all wasteful spending, clearly distinguishing genuine needs from manufactured wants, living deliberately below your means, not at your means, resisting lifestyle inflation as income grows over time, finding creative ways to reduce fixed expenses, and making frugality a consistent practice, not temporary deprivation. Spend less, invest difference, allow compounding. Spend everything, invest nothing, stay broke. Follow formula or remain poor. Research by Thomas Stanley on millionaires demonstrates that most millionaires consistently live below their means, that frugality is a common trait among wealthy people, that high income absolutely does not equal wealth without systematic saving, that consistent saving of even small amounts creates substantial wealth over time, and that living modestly while building assets systematically is key to wealth building. The systematic investing component means automatically investing before any spending temptation occurs, paying yourself first, not last, after all spending, using dollar cost, averaging investing consistently regardless of market conditions, investing primarily in index funds for simplicity and diversification, allowing compound interest decades to work its exponential magic, never stopping investing regardless of market ups and downs, and understanding that time and market beats timing market attempts. The compound interest power demonstrates that small amounts invested early grow enormously over decades, that consistency matters far more than initial amount, that money doubles predictably over specific time periods, that compound growth is exponential, not linear, that starting early provides massive mathematical advantage, and that patience is absolutely required for compounding magic to manifest. The lifestyle inflation trap shows the danger of increasing spending automatically with income increases, keeping yourself broke despite receiving raises, never building wealth through consumption matching earnings, maintaining same financial stress at higher income level, and understanding that breaking this cycle requires conscious discipline and systematic habits. Spend less, invest difference, allow compounding. Spend everything, invest nothing, stay broke. Follow formula or remain poor. You understand now that wealth formula is simple, not complex, that spending less than earning is fundamental principle, that investing different systematically is essential, that compound interest creates wealth over decades, that lifestyle inflation destroys wealth building, and that consistent application of simple formula guarantees wealth building regardless of income level. You master wealth formula now. Next, you must build emergency fund. Chapter 4. Build emergency fund. Create financial security before investing. Emergency fund is essential financial foundation providing security and preventing debt accumulation during inevitable crises that arise in everyone's life. The emergency fund purpose includes covering unexpected expenses without going into debt, providing genuine peace of mind, and reducing anxiety dramatically, preventing financial disasters from inevitable life disruptions, enabling better rational decisions without desperation, breaking the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle permanently, and creating cushion, enabling risk-taking and opportunity capture. The fund size targets involve starting immediately with $1,000 minimum, building progressively to 1 full month of expenses, expanding systematically to 3 months of living costs, ultimately reaching 6 months of expenses for complete security, and adjusting based on income stability and number of dependents. Emergency fund provides security. No emergency fund guarantees debt crisis. Build cushion or live in constant financial anxiety. Research on financial security demonstrates that most Americans cannot cover $1,000 emergency without debt. That lack of emergency fund forces debt accumulation during crises. The financial buffer reduces stress and anxiety significantly. That emergency fund enables rational decision-making, not desperate choices. And that security cushion enables taking calculated career risks. The building strategy requires starting immediately with absolutely any amount, automating savings transfers before spending temptation, treating emergency fund contribution as non-negotiable expense, finding extra money through systematic spending cuts, using windfalls like tax refunds to boost fund rapidly, keeping fund completely separate from regular spending accounts, never touching except for true emergencies, and replenishing immediately after any use. The true emergency definition means unexpected medical expenses not covered by insurance, essential car or home repairs you cannot avoid, job loss requiring income bridge during search, family emergencies requiring travel or support, and true crises not planned expenses, explicitly not including vacations or wants or predictable costs, and maintaining strict discipline about what actually qualifies. The fund location considerations include keeping money in high-yield savings account, maintaining complete liquidity for immediate access, avoiding investment in stocks or volatile assets, accepting lower returns in exchange for security and accessibility, and separating completely from regular banking to prevent spending. The psychological benefit provides eliminating constant background financial anxiety, sleeping better with security cushion in place, making better decisions without desperation pressure, confidence to handle life's inevitable uncertainties, and solid foundation for building additional wealth. Emergency fund provides security. No emergency fund guarantees debt crisis. Build cushion or live in constant financial anxiety. You understand now that emergency fund is prerequisite, not optional, that security enables better decisions, that fund prevents debt during crises, that building fund requires discipline and automation, and that emergency fund is foundation for all subsequent wealth-building activities. You build emergency fund now. Next, you must eliminate debt. Chapter 5. Eliminate debt systematically. Free your income for wealth building. Debt systematically destroys wealth by consuming income that could build assets, creating negative compound interest working against you relentlessly, and trapping you in financial servitude to creditors. The debt types and dangers include consumer debt for depreciating items, systematically destroying wealth, credit card debt with compounding high interest rates, car loans for rapidly depreciating assets, student loans potentially limiting career flexibility, mortgage debt as potential wealth builder if managed intelligently, and clearly distinguishing good debt-building assets from bad debt financing consumption. The true cost of debt shows principal amount borrowed plus total interest paid over loan term, enormous opportunity cost of what invested money would have grown to, significant stress and relationship damage from debt burden, severely limited flexibility and options, and working to pay for past consumption, not building future wealth. Debt destroys wealth systematically. Debt freedom enables wealth building. Eliminate debt or remain financial slave. Research on debt and wealth demonstrates that millionaires avoid consumer debt completely, that debt prevents wealth accumulation mathematically, that high-interest debt is genuine financial emergency, that debt payoff provides guaranteed return on money, and that debt freedom is absolute prerequisite for wealth building. The debt elimination strategies include listing all debts with balances and interest rates, choosing debt snowball method, paying smallest first for psychological wins, or debt avalanche method, paying highest interest first for mathematical optimization, making minimum payments on all except target debt, applying all extra money to target debt aggressively, celebrating each debt eliminated, building momentum, and maintaining intensity until completely debt-free. The Dave Ramsey debt snowball method demonstrates that psychological wins matter more than perfect mathematical optimization, that momentum builds through quick victories, that behavior change is more important than interest rate calculations, that attacking smallest debt first regardless of rate works, and that rolling payment to next debt creates powerful snowball effect. The spending freeze during payoff means cutting all unnecessary expenses temporarily, intensely focusing on debt elimination, finding extra income through side work, selling possessions to accelerate payoff, maintaining emergency fund while attacking debt, and avoiding all new debt absolutely. The debt freedom benefits include freeing substantial income for investing and wealth building, eliminating crushing financial stress and anxiety, improving relationships damaged by money stress, enabling career flexibility and risk-taking, and building powerful momentum toward financial goals. Debt destroys wealth systematically. Debt freedom enables wealth building. Eliminate debt or remain financial slave. You understand now that debt is enemy of wealth building, that systematic elimination is essential, that intensity accelerates freedom, that debt freedom transforms financial life, and that eliminating debt is prerequisite for building substantial wealth. You eliminate debt now. Next, you must invest for growth. Chapter 6. Invest for compound growth. Build wealth through time and consistency. Investing systematically over decades, leveraging compound growth, is how ordinary people build extraordinary wealth without high income or luck. The investing fundamentals include understanding stocks represent partial company ownership, bonds represent lending to entities, index funds provide instant diversification automatically, compound interest grows money exponentially over time, time and market consistently beats timing market attempts, consistency matters far more than perfect timing, and dollar cost averaging reduces timing risk significantly. The compound interest power demonstrates money doubling predictably over specific time frames. Rule of 72, calculating doubling time by dividing 72 by annual return rate. Small differences in return creating enormous long-term differences. Starting early providing massive advantage through time, and consistency enabling compound magic to work exponentially. Consistent investing builds compound wealth. No investing guarantees financial struggle. Invest systematically or stay broke. Research by Jeremy Siegel on long-term returns demonstrates that stocks return approximately 10% annually over long periods, that bonds return approximately 5% historically, that cash loses value to inflation over time, that diversified stock portfolio wins over decades, that patient investors capture market returns, and that trading and timing reduces returns significantly. The index fund investing approach means buying total market index funds for diversification, holding forever through all market conditions without panic selling, automatically reinvesting all dividends for compound growth, adding money consistently regardless of current prices, ignoring market noise and predictions completely, accepting market volatility as completely normal, and trusting process over decades, not months. The automatic investing system requires setting up automatic monthly transfers, investing before seeing money in spending account, treating investment as non-negotiable expense, increasing amount with every raise received, never stopping regardless of market conditions, and staying invested during downturns and crashes. The asset allocation strategy involves determining stock-to-bond ratio based on age and risk tolerance, maintaining mostly stocks when young with time to recover, gradually shifting toward bonds approaching retirement, rebalancing periodically to maintain target allocation, and keeping allocations simple, not complex. The common investing mistakes to avoid include trying to time market buying low, selling high, picking individual stocks versus diversifying broadly, following hot tips and trends, panic selling during market drops, stopping contributions during downturns, changing strategy frequently, and paying high fees to active managers. Consistent investing builds compound wealth. No investing guarantees financial struggle. Invest systematically or stay broke. You understand now that investing is essential, not optional, that compound growth builds wealth over decades, that consistency beats timing, that index funds provide simplicity and diversification, and that systematic investing is how wealth actually gets built. You invest for growth now. Next, you must increase income. Chapter 7. Increase income strategically. Earn more while building valuable skills. Strategic income increase accelerates wealth building when combined with maintaining lifestyle discipline and investing the additional earnings systematically. The income increase strategies include developing valuable marketable skills employers or customers pay premium for, increasing value provided to employers or customers consistently, negotiating raises and promotions strategically using leverage, changing jobs for significant pay increases, starting side business or freelancing leveraging existing skills, creating passive income streams, and investing in education with clear positive ROI. The skill development focus means identifying high-value skills in your field or industry, investing time learning systematically through courses and practice, building portfolio demonstrating capabilities to employers or clients, networking with skilled professionals in your field, seeking mentorship and feedback from experts, specializing in valuable niche areas with less competition, and becoming genuinely excellent at specific valuable skills. Income increase plus discipline builds wealth faster. Income increase plus spending stays broke. Earn more and invest or waste opportunity. Research on income and wealth demonstrates that income matters less than saving rate for wealth building. That high earners staying broke through spending everything. That modest earners building wealth through discipline. That negotiation skills worth thousands yearly. That job changes often provide bigger raises than staying. And that multiple income streams build security. The negotiation strategies include researching market rates for your skills thoroughly, documenting your value and accomplishments objectively, timing requests strategically, practicing negotiation skills before important conversations, being willing to walk away if necessary, understanding employer perspective and constraints, and negotiating beyond salary for total compensation package. The side income development involves identifying skills you can monetize immediately, starting small and testing ideas without major investment, building gradually while keeping employment security, reinvesting profits for accelerated growth, potentially replacing primary income eventually, creating multiple small income streams, and leveraging existing skills and knowledge base. The passive income building means understanding active versus passive income fundamental difference, creating content or products once that sell repeatedly, building systems that generate income automatically, investing in dividend-paying assets consistently, renting property or equipment, and licensing intellectual property you create. The lifestyle inflation avoidance requires maintaining same lifestyle despite income increases, saving and investing every raise completely, resisting consumption creep as earnings grow, staying in same housing as income rises, driving same reliable car, not upgrading unnecessarily, and remembering increased income is opportunity to build wealth faster. Income increase plus discipline builds wealth faster. Income increase plus spending stays broke. Earn more and invest or waste opportunity. You understand now that strategic income increase accelerates wealth building, that maintaining discipline prevents lifestyle inflation, that investing increases builds wealth, and that earning more without discipline wastes opportunity. You increase income strategically now. Next, you must build multiple streams. Chapter 8. Build multiple income streams. Create financial security through diversification. Multiple income streams provide genuine financial security, accelerate wealth building dramatically, and protect against single income source loss that devastates people dependent on one paycheck. The income stream types include primary employment income from job or business, side business or freelancing income, passive investment income from dividends and interest, rental income from property investments, royalties from intellectual property created, online business income from digital products, and consulting or coaching fees from expertise. The diversification importance shows single income source creates severe vulnerability to job loss. Multiple streams provide security and flexibility. Diversified income weathers economic changes better. Passive income enables financial freedom eventually, and income diversity accelerates wealth building significantly. Multiple income streams build security. Single income creates vulnerability. Diversify income or risk financial disaster. Research on millionaires demonstrates that most have multiple income streams, not one. That average millionaire has 7 different income sources. That relying on single income significantly limits wealth building. That building streams systematically over years works. And that passive income from investments is most common stream. The side income starting process involves identifying existing skills you can monetize immediately, testing ideas with minimal investment, reducing risk, started while keeping primary job for security, building gradually over months and years, reinvesting profits for accelerated growth, and eventually replacing portions of primary income. The passive income building means investing systematically for dividend income, creating content generating ongoing revenue, building online businesses running automatically, purchasing rental properties for cash flow, developing intellectual property generating royalties, and establishing systems requiring minimal ongoing effort. The time allocation strategy requires protecting primary income while building additional streams, using evenings and weekends initially for building, gradually shifting time as streams grow, eventually reducing reliance on job income, and maintaining multiple streams even after financial independence. The common mistakes to avoid include trying to build too many streams simultaneously, neglecting primary income source prematurely, expecting immediate results from new streams, not reinvesting profits for growth, giving up too quickly before results appear, and choosing streams misaligned with existing skills. Multiple income streams build security. Single income creates vulnerability. Diversify income or risk financial disaster. You understand now that multiple income streams provide security, that diversification protects against loss, that building streams systematically works, that passive income enables freedom, and that income diversity accelerates wealth building dramatically. You build multiple streams now. Next, you must practice daily discipline. Chapter 9. Practice financial discipline daily. Build money habits that create wealth. Financial discipline practice daily through specific habits and systems creates automatic wealth building that willpower and motivation alone cannot sustain long term. The daily financial practices include tracking every single expense to maintain constant awareness, reviewing account balances daily without obsessing, checking investment accounts without emotional reaction to fluctuations, reading financial content for ongoing education, making one money-positive decision daily, avoiding impulse purchases through systematic delay, and celebrating visible progress toward financial goals. The budgeting system requirement means tracking income and expenses accurately every month, categorizing spending to identify destructive patterns, setting spending limits by category, reviewing budget weekly for accountability, adjusting budget based on actual spending patterns, automating as much as possible, and using budgeting apps or spreadsheets consistently. Daily financial discipline builds wealth automatically. Sporadic effort guarantees financial struggle. Practice daily or stay broke. Research on financial habits demonstrates that daily tracking improves spending decisions dramatically, that awareness changes behavior automatically, that small daily decisions compound enormously over time, that systems work better than willpower alone, that automation eliminates decision fatigue, and that consistent small actions build substantial wealth. The spending delay tactic involves implementing 24-hour rule for all purchases, waiting 30 days for large purchases, using shopping lists preventing impulse buys, leaving credit cards at home for discipline, unsubscribing from marketing emails, avoiding stores and websites when vulnerable, and asking if purchase aligns with financial goals. The financial review practice requires weekly checking performance against budget, monthly reviewing net worth progress, quarterly assessing investment performance, yearly evaluating overall financial plan, celebrating wins, and learning from mistakes, adjusting strategies based on actual results, and maintaining long-term perspective despite short-term fluctuations. The accountability systems include sharing goals with accountability partner, joining financial community for support, hiring financial coach if needed, tracking publicly for social pressure, automating to remove temptation, using apps blocking spending, and creating consequences for breaking discipline. The celebration of progress means tracking net worth growth monthly, celebrating debt elimination milestones, acknowledging savings increases, recognizing investment growth, rewarding discipline with non-financial treats, sharing wins with supportive community, and maintaining motivation through progress visibility. Daily financial discipline builds wealth automatically. Sporadic effort guarantees financial struggle. Practice daily or stay broke. You understand now that daily discipline builds wealth automatically, that systems work better than willpower, that tracking creates awareness, that celebration maintains motivation, and that consistent daily practice is how financial intelligence becomes automatic habit. You practice daily discipline now. Finally, you must understand permanence. Chapter 10. Financial intelligence is permanent practice. Wealth building requires lifelong commitment. Financial intelligence is not one-time achievement, but permanent practice requiring ongoing learning, discipline, and adaptation throughout your entire life. Without sustained financial discipline and continuous learning, destructive bad money habits return as default patterns. Spending increases, consuming all income gains. Investment consistency breaks down, allowing no compound growth. Debt accumulates, destroying wealth-building progress. And financial illiteracy returns, guaranteeing poverty regardless of previous progress. Daily financial non-negotiables include tracking spending, maintaining constant awareness, following budget, preventing overspending, automatic investing, ensuring consistency, avoiding new debt completely, continuing financial education, reviewing progress regularly, and maintaining discipline despite income growth. Temporary financial discipline creates temporary results. Permanent financial intelligence builds lasting wealth. Commit permanently or stay broke forever. After years of consistent financial discipline, profound transformation occurs from living paycheck to building wealth systematically, from financial anxiety to security and confidence, From money controlling you to you controlling money completely, and from consumer mentality to investor and wealth builder identity. The financial intelligence stages include conscious incompetence, where you recognize financial ignorance, conscious competence, where you practice financial discipline deliberately, and unconscious competence, where wealth building becomes automatic habit. This transformation requires years of consistent practice, not merely months. Accepting financial discipline as permanent lifestyle, not temporary project. Committing to ongoing learning and adaptation. Understanding wealth building is marathon, not sprint, and maintaining discipline despite achieving financial milestones. Financial intelligence becomes fundamental identity through permanent practice, transforming you completely from financially illiterate to financially intelligent, from broke consumer to systematic wealth builder, from financially anxious to financially secure, from dependent employee to financially independent. Through refusing to make emotional money decisions and maintaining daily practices that make wealth building inevitable, automatic, and permanent. The ultimate financial freedom means money working for you, not you working for money. Passive income exceeding expenses eventually, complete control over time and choices, security for family and future generations, ability to be generous and create impact, and legacy of wealth and wisdom for children. Temporary financial discipline creates temporary results. Permanent financial intelligence builds lasting wealth. Commit permanently or stay broke forever. You understand now that financial intelligence requires permanent commitment, that temporary discipline creates temporary results, that wealth building is lifelong practice, that financial freedom is achievable through discipline, and that permanent practice transforms you from financially illiterate to financially intelligent and wealthy. You have learned 10 principles for financial intelligence mastery. Stop making terrible money decisions and start building financial intelligence. Stop living paycheck to paycheck and start creating systematic wealth. Financial intelligence creates lasting freedom. Money mastery builds compound wealth. Developed financial skills guarantee security, and systematic wealth building produces the prosperity that financial ignorance makes impossible through permanent commitment starting now. You have learned 10 principles for financial intelligence mastery. You are financially illiterate. Recognize money ignorance destroying your future. Understand money psychology, the emotional forces sabotaging financial success. Master the wealth formula. Spend less than you earn and invest the difference. Build emergency fund. Create financial security before investing. Eliminate debt systematically. Free your income for wealth building. Invest for compound growth. Build wealth through time and consistency. Increase income strategically. Earn more while building valuable skills. Build multiple income streams. Create financial security through diversification. Practice financial discipline daily. Build money habits that create wealth. Financial intelligence is permanent practice. Wealth building requires lifelong commitment. What matters now is action today. Calculate your current net worth honestly. Create budget tracking all expenses. 5 daily practices starting tomorrow. Track every expense without exception. Follow budget preventing overspending. Automatic investing before spending. Avoid all new debt completely. Read financial content for education. Every single day without exception. This builds financial intelligence. This creates systematic wealth. Stop making terrible money decisions and start building financial intelligence. Stop living paycheck to paycheck and start creating systematic wealth. Financial intelligence creates lasting freedom. Money mastery builds compound wealth. Developed financial skills guarantee security, and systematic wealth building produces the prosperity that financial ignorance makes impossible through permanent commitment starting now.